How are you able to navigate that lineup with ease?
No, I definitely wouldn't say with ease. You got a lot of really good bat-to-ball contact guys that were pretty aggressive today, and I've been trusting this defense all year, and they've had some unbelievable plays behind me today to be able to just keep attacking those guys, and then also working really well with Austin. So it's a lot easier when I can go out there and just hunt some contact and know that, we've got really good defenders behind me to be able to make the play.
We'll get back to that defense in a second, but it looked like you had a no-hit bid going into that 8th inning. When did you realize that they had made the scoring change from that play in the 6th?
After I came out. So, yeah, I had no idea. I looked up and saw 2 hits, so it is what it is. I'm just happy we got the win.
In the moment on that play, were you looking to see if it was a hit when it happened in the 6th?
I mean, at that point, I think I was more worried about being able to get the next guy out, and then also to be able to, hold him on first. He's obviously extremely fast, so not trying to get him into scoring position, and then just trying to do my best to be able to limit that as much as I could.
What was your initial read on that play? Did you think it was a hit?
I try not to look into that stuff. I just know that he was on first base, so it doesn't matter to me if it's a hit or an error.
If there had been no other hits, and that's the change that takes away a no-hitter, do you have a problem with the scoring changing a couple innings later?
Nah, I'm just glad that I didn't have to worry about that then.
But you would beat him.
Sorry?
That Jazz made, right?
Incredible. I mean, to be able to go that far into, it was like, pretty much left center, and to be able to run it down, and had a little bit better angle, and it's tough play for Volpe to just head straight back. So to be able to have him be able to cut it off and run that down, it was definitely a big boost in the moment.
And the Grisham.
Oh, sorry.
Having so much trouble with balls in the air all series. I mean, to be able to keep it on the ground like you were able to today, how important is that?
I mean, that's just who I am. So, have a little bit more fly balls in my last couple, but just to be able to keep it on the ground, and when they did hit in the air, we had a bunch of guys to be able to go get it. So it's really nice to be able to just be able on the attack, especially with a team, even with a team as aggressive as they were today, to be able to just keep going after them and really just trusting the defense.
How satisfying has this start been for you? A lot of eyes on you, big contract, and then Cole gets hurt, and to come out and do what you've done this first month has been a pretty good start.
I'm just trying to be myself. I just want to be able to, when I take the ball, to be able to make sure that we're in a really good chance to win to that day. And when I prep, I just want to make sure that I'm leaving everything out there, no matter how I feel or what the circumstances are. And then if we come out to win, that's really all I care about.
Aaron described it as a grind out there for you today. How did you feel about your stuff?
I felt like I was a little in and out, but just being able to change speeds and again, really trust my defense. I went out there and only had 2 strikeouts, so to be able to still be on the attack and know that I'm gonna have a good chance to be able to get the guys out, it really took a lot off, putting pressure on, I need to get a swing and miss here, but, just keep staying on the attack.
You mentioned the team defense, but how much pride are you taking in your defense? You beat Simpson to the bag there in that you were able to get him out there in the 3rd inning. You made another play, the pickoff.
I'm a weak contact ground ball guy, so sometimes you get swinging bunts, and to be able to field your position, it makes all the difference, instead of having something that kind of spirals out of control, or just causes a little bit of just traffic on the bases. So if I can try to make as many plays as I can and get outs, then I'm going to be able to. That's kind of what I want to do.
I think you were taken out of no-hitters twice with the Braves in a span of 3 starts. I think last year, Mooney said he probably wasn't going to let you get up to 120. If you had got through 8 there, would you have lobbied to go to 9th? Is that something that's important if you ever get that close?
I'm going to keep the ball and want to keep pitching as long as I can until the manager comes and takes the ball from me. But I always want to take the ball, and so I just keep going and knowing that I want to be out there. And then when Booney, or in this case Brad, comes out and says that we're going to make the move, I know that it's in the best interest of the team, and kind of like I said before, I just want to win the game.
You had beaten Simpson to the bag earlier in the game. Is that your top speed getting over there?
I definitely had to get going. That felt like a couple of the times I had to go pinch run for the Braves. So I knew that it was going to be quick, and I knew I had to get going.
Did you get no hitter as a kid or in high school?
I think a combined no hitter in the minors. That was about it.